Everyone, my name is Satyar and you're watching TecTalk. We have started Python course on TecTalk and we had one lesson, lesson one, where we talked about different concepts in Python. So today we are going to talk about some more concepts in Python. So let's get started. So first of all, let me open a file called lesson2.py. So this is the file we are going to use for this lesson. And after that, as we all know, that we are using this book called A Smarter Way to Learn Python. Today we are going to talk about concatenation of text string. So what do we mean by that? So as we know that we have a data type called string. We said that whatever is in double quotation or single quotation, it is called string. For example, yesterday we printed the word. If I save and run this file, instead of 1, I'm going to write 2. I would get hello. So as we all know that it has become clear that this hello is basically nothing but a string. So today we are going to talk about concatenation of strings. So what is concatenation? Basically, concatenation is adding two strings together. For example, let's say I have a variable called first name Ali and last name is Yar. So Ali and Yar are basically two strings that we have. So what I want, that whenever I want to print full name, I want Ali and Yar to be together. I don't want them to be separate. So what I can do is I can concatenate them together. So when I say full name, so if I say full name, I definitely mean to say that I am going to concatenate first name and last name. So this is what we call concatenation in Python. So concatenation is nothing but addition of two strings together. So if now I want to print full name, I just want to say full name and Python is going to print my full name. So how do we do that? We saw that whenever we want to concatenate two strings together, we use this plus sign. So what the plus sign does is that it concatenates first name with the second name. So whenever we want to perform string concatenation in Python, we basically we are going to use plus sign to concatenate. So this is what we call concatenation in Python. So there are multiple concepts that we can use the concatenations method for, but for the sake of simplicity, this is that whenever we want to add two strings together, that is called concatenation of text strings. So this is what we learned about concatenation. So this concept, it is also giving us the same example. For example, it says that greeting is one variable, addressee is the another variable. So the whole greeting is greeting plus addressee. So if you want to try this out, you can try it out. But when you print whole greeting, you are going to get hello world together on the screen like it has given in the screen. So similarly, there are other options that we have: hello and then separated by comma and then world and then punctuation, the exclamatory marks. So when we concatenate all these two things together and then printed, it will show hello and separated by comma, world, and then we have exclamatory signs whatever. So we can see here. So this is what we call concatenation in Python. So that's it for concatenation. So this was about concatenation of strings in Python. Now let's talk about if statements in Python. Okay, so what is the concept of if statement in Python? So basically, if is a conditional statement in Python. Whenever you want to condition some result with some condition, then you use Python if statement. For example, let's say from the real life example, you want to say that if my salary is 30,000, I will buy motorcycle, and if my salary is 100,000, I will buy a car. So I basically conditioned my actions on some conditions, some parameters, that if such a parameter is met, then I'm going to do this. So similarly in Python, when you want to condition some results with some conditional parameter, you use if statement. So how do you use it? You write if, let's say I say salary is equals to 30,000. Let's print I can buy a bike. So let's say my salary is 30,000. Okay. So I said that if my salary is 30,000, I can buy a bike. So if I save this and run this, it should give me I can buy a bike. So what I did here, I put a condition on my salary that if my salary is 30,000, then only can I buy a bike. For example, if I say my salary is 20,000 and I save it and then I run it, it is not going to print anything, because now this condition I can buy is only dependent on this condition that if my salary is 30,000, then only I can buy a bike. So how do you define if statement? You write if, then you write the variable which you want to put in the condition, and then you use two equal signs. So when you use one equal sign, it means that you are assigning some variable to some assigning some value to some variable. But if you are using double equal signs, it means that you are comparing. It is also called comparing statement. It is also called comparing operator. Okay. Comparison. We also use if statement for comparison. So what I said that I compared my salary with 30,000, and I said that if my salary is 30,000, then I can buy a bike. So let's say my salary is 100,000, and I said that if my salary is, let me copy and paste, if my salary is 100,000, I can buy a car. Now let me save it and run it. See, I can buy a car because my salary is now 100,000, not 30,000. If my salary were 30,000, then I could only buy a bike like this. 30,000 again. Let me save it and run it, and I can see that I can buy a bike. So if condition is basically used in Python to compare something or test a condition, and if that condition is met, then only perform some operation. So I write if, then I write salary and then equal sign, and then I get the condition that 30,000 is the condition, and then I put a colon here, and then I press enter, and then you see that it automatically gives us this gap or this tab. It's called indentation. We will talk about it later. So whenever you want to write a block in Python, you basically separate that block through an indentation. Okay, so this space here is called indentation. So it means that this if condition is only part, if this print is only part of this condition, and this print is only part of this block, so this condition. So this is how we use if statement in Python. For example, he's here, it has given us an example that if the species is cat, then you should print it's a cat, otherwise do not do anything. And if, see, this is what we talked about, two equal signs mean that we are comparing things, and one equal sign only means that we are assigning value to a variable. So see, cat species is equal to cat. So the cat value has been assigned to this variable, and then I test the condition that if the species is a cat, then only print what? It's a cat. Yeah, it's a cat. So it is called if condition in Python. So we can similarly do many things in the if block. For example, if species is cat, then status is okay, kingdom is animal, and then print yep, it's a cat. So this whole part is the block of this if condition. So this block is separated or identified with an indentation saying that this part is particularly a block of this condition. So here it is also giving us if 2 plus 2 is equals to 4, then print this. So basically, let's do it here. So it says that if 2 plus 2 equals to 4, print everything is fine now. See, what I did is what no, see how is it processed. The first of all, the Python interpreter will see this, and after noticing if here, it will understand that this is going to be a condition. Then what it will do is it will plus these two, 2 plus 2, and then it will compare it with 4, and if the condition is true, then only this it will compile this portion. Otherwise, if I have the condition like this, it is going to give us false. Okay, so if this condition is false, it is not going to print this in the block. For example, let me save it and run it. See, it prints nothing. But if I put 2 again here and then I try to compile it, I will see that it has printed the conditional statement, the print statement, because conditional on this statement is printed on the screen. So this is how condition works in Python. So you can have multiple examples here in this lesson that are talking about if statement in Python. But for the sake of simplicity, just understand this, that whenever you want to condition some processes or statements or on some condition, then only you use if conditional. For example, if 2 plus 2 4, this is true, then print this. Otherwise, not do anything, just move on. So I hope you understand, and if you have any question, you can comment them in below the comment section. So now let's talk about comparison operators. We talked about equal to equal signs. It is equality comparator. It compares two variables or two values, and then on that it works some functions. So for example, I said that if let's say my salary is equal to 25,000, let's say 20,000. My salary is 20,000. I said that if my salary is equal to 20,000, I can go for the shopping. I can go for shopping. So I can go for shopping. Okay, so what it will do is it will check my salary, my bank account, that if my salary is 20,000, okay, if my salary is 20,000, then it is going to tell me that I can go for shopping. What is going on? See, it says that I can go shopping. Why? Because my salary is 20,000. So what if my salary is more than 20,000, and I want to say that if my salary is equals to 20,000 and more than 20,000. So this condition is not sufficient here to check that condition, because it only checks equality, it does not check greater or less than. So what I can do is I can have more operators, or I need more operators in Python to check lesser or greater numbers in Python. So we are going to talk about that in here. So let's now talk about greater. So let's say my salary is not 20,000, my salary is 30,000. So still I can go for shopping because my salary is more than 20,000. But when I run this function, it is going to give me nothing. Why? Because it only checks equality, it does not check for greater salary or lesser salary. So what I'll do is I'll say if my salary is greater than 20,000, then only I can go for shopping. Now if I save and run this, it's going to give me that I can go shopping, because my salary is more than the threshold that I have set on this side. That if my salary is going to be 20,000 or more than 20,000, I can go for set. But if I want to say that if my salary is 20,000, less than 20,000, then I want to say that I can't go for shopping. I can't go for shopping. If I save this and run this, I can't go for shopping. Why? Because my salary is greater than 20,000. Now if I say that if my salary is less than 20,000, I can't go for shopping. Since my salary is 30,000, therefore I can go for shopping. Therefore it did not show that I cannot go for shopping. So if I say that my salary is 20,000, is 15,000, and I save it and run it, it says that your salary is not enough, so you need to earn more for going shopping. That's why it tested this condition. It tested salary with 20,000. Since my salary is less than 20,000, it is going to give me the output saying that I can go for shopping. So this is how the greater sign or the less than sign is used in Python. So this sign is basically used for greater than, and this sign is basically used for less than. Okay. So these are the two signs that we use for greater than or less than. Then we have another operator, greater or equal to. Okay, let's see. Let me copy and paste it here. So I am saying that if my salary is 20,000, okay, or greater than 20,000, I can go for shopping. If it is greater or equal to 20,000. I can go for shopping if my salary is 20,000. Okay, so since my salary is 20,000, is going to give me, I can go for shopping. If I write 30,000, the condition is still fulfilled. See, I can go for shopping because my salary is now 30,000 and the condition is fulfilled, and that's why I am going to go for shopping. Yeah. Okay. So the next sign, the next condition is that less than or equal to. My salary is 20,000, okay, or less than 20,000. My salary is 20,000 or less than 20,000. Okay, less than or equal to. Now I'm saying that if my salary is 20,000, I cannot go for shopping. If it is less than 20,000, then also I cannot go for shopping. So what I'll write is I cannot go shopping. Save it. Let me save it and run it. See, I cannot go for shopping because my salary is 20,000. And I said that if my salary is 20,000 or less than 20,000, if it is 19,000, then also I cannot go for shopping. So these are what we call conditional operators. We have equality operator, this one, equality operator. Okay, then we have greater than, means that if something is greater than this condition, then only do these things. If this condition is less than this number, then only do these things. And if it is greater or equal to this number, then only these things. So these are called comparison operators in Python, and these are very helpful in Python because, for example, if you're making an application for banking system, so they are going to check that if your salary is more than 1 lakh, then there will be 2% tax on your salary. If your salary is not greater than 1 lakh, then there will be no tax on your income. So these are very, very helpful when you're making big applications or practical applications. So we are going to do that in the future videos. So for now, please understand that operators are very, very important in Python. I hope you understand. And if you don't, write comment below section what you don't understand. I'm going to make a video on that too. Let's move on. Before moving on, I want to tell you about. I want to make your concept a little bit stronger here. So let's see the first condition here. If 1 is greater than 0, so what do you think? What is the answer? If it is true or not? It is definitely going to be true because 1 is definitely greater than 0. Let's go to the second condition and test it. The second condition says that if 0 is less than 1, of course it is also true, because 0 is always greater than 0 is always less than 1. The third condition says that if 1 is greater or equal to 0, so 1 is not equal to 0, but 1 is greater than 0. That's why this condition is going to be true. It says that if 1 is greater or equal to 1, 1 is not greater than 1, but 1 is equal to 1. So this condition is also going to be true. So we are getting all the conditions true here, and let's see what happens at the end. The last condition that we have is that if 0 is less than or equal to 1, 0 is not equal to 1, but 0 is definitely going to be less than 1. So this condition also going to gives us true value. So all the conditions are true. If I save it and I run it, I'm going to get the results completed. So what happened that if I write here 1 is less than, if 1 is less than 0, it is true or not? No, 1 is greater than 0. That's why this condition is going to be false. And this condition, if this condition is false, it is not going to get into these complications. It is going to directly get out of the condition. They will directly get out of this block, because this block is only dependent on this condition. Since this condition has become false, it is not going to print us anything. Let's see. See, it does not print anything because here the condition is false, and if the condition is false, it is not going to get into this block, because this block will only be compiled or will only be touched by the compiler if this condition is true. So this is how the if condition works in Python. I hope you understand. It's not so complicated. Read the book and you will understand the concept as well. So this is you can also go to this website and you can do the task that we have that this book has in the website. Now this concept is going to be the last concept here today in today's lesson. In lesson 2, we are going to talk about else statement and else if statement. It is basically the short of else if condition. So if you make short of it, it is going to be an if condition. So we are going to talk about else condition and else if condition. So we checked last time. I'm continuing the previous example. I said that my salary is equals to, let's say, my salary is equals to 30,000. Let's say that's, for example, my salary is 30,000. I said that if my salary is equals to 30,000, let's say, the condition is fulfilled. Okay, it's going to give us congrats. Let's say congrats. If I save this and I run this, it is going to give me congrats. Why? My salary is 30,000. And if I change this to 20,000 and then going to print, nothing is printed, because I'm only checking one condition, and I'm saying that if my salary is 30,000, print congrats. But the program does not know what should it do if the condition is not met. Then we take help from else here. We write else, we put colon, and this is the block of. Here I'm going to say your salary is not 30,000. Okay. I put here a condition. I said that if my salary is 30,000, you should do this. And if my salary is more than 30,000 or less than 30,000, we're going to do this. So what it will do, you guess the answer. If I print this, if I run this, it is going to give me that your salary is not 30,000. Everything other than these conditions will come under this condition. If my salary is 40,000 also, my salary is 40,000, it is going to give me your salary is not 30,000, because it's, let's say what it does, it will first store 40,000 into salary, and then it will see that this line is empty, it will come to this line, it will see it is if, it means the if condition, and then it has salary, it will compare salary with this number, and if these two are equal, then it's going to print this. Otherwise, it is greater or less, it has nothing to do with that, it is outrightly going to this statement and going to print this. So that's why if else conditions are very, very important in Python. So we talked about else condition. Okay, now I want to check that if my salary is if my salary is less than 30,000, I can buy a bike, and if my salary is greater than 30,000, I am going to buy a car. So let's do this. Let's program this. Let's program this statement. I'm saying that I'm checking my salary. If salary is equals to 30,000, okay. I'm saying that if my salary, if salary is equals to 30,000 here, I'm saying that I can buy, I'm printing, buy car, buy bike, buy or bike, okay. And then I'm saying that, okay, check this, if my salary is 1 lakh, let's say, else if my salary equals to 100,000, 1 lakh rupees, then print you should buy a car. Okay. Now I am checking two conditions here. I can check 3 conditions, 4 conditions. I can check multiple conditions, whatever number I want. So here, see, my salary is 30,000, and if I run this code, it is going to give me buy a bike, because your status is of a bike. Okay. And fortunately, let's say I got promotion and I got appraisal, and my salary became 1 lakh rupees. And now, if I run this code, it is going to give me that you have now more salary, then you should go buy and buy a car. So what happens if my salary is not 30,000? It is 40,000 or 50,000, let's say. What do you think? What it is going to give us? Nothing, because we have not checked that condition. There we take help from else condition. We say that if my salary is not 30,000 and my salary is not 50,000, it is going to give me, I don't know your salary. Okay, let's save it and run it. See, I don't know your salary. What is your salary? So what it did that it first checked this condition. 30,000 is not definitely equal to 50,000, 50 lakhs. Okay, so 5 lakhs. Sorry, 5 lakhs. So it said that this condition is false. So I'm not going to process this now. This condition is false. Then it came to this condition. It checked that if this condition is true, salary is not 1 lakh. It's 5 lakhs. So this condition is also become false. These two conditions have become false. So a third condition, we say that whatever my salary is, if it is not 30,000, not 100,000, then you are going to give me this answer. So I hope this is clear. So this is if condition, else condition, and else if condition. So I know it's quite tricky for the first time when you talk about it, but with the passage of time you are going to get it. So let's go to the book and see what it says. Every statements you have enclosed so far have been all or nothing, whether you want to do something or nothing. If the condition tested true, something happened. If the condition tested false, nothing happened. As I said that if the species is equals to cat, then you print cat. If the species is not a cat, it is going to give me the no, it's not a cat. Okay, let me cover one more thing. I think it's very important here. We definitely tested. Let's get another example. For example, we have animal. Let's say we have animal cat, or we have animal, let's say dog. Okay, and I want to check that if the animal is equals to cat. It's a string, so I compare with the string. The operands on both sides should be of the same data type. I mean, what do I mean by that? If this is a string, this should also be string. If this is a number, this should also be a number. This is a boolean, this should also be boolean. So the values on the operators or comparison operators should be of the same data type. What's data type? We are definitely going to look into that in the following videos. So I said that if the animal is dog, is cat, then print you have a cat, right? But if you have, let's say, what is going to, let's say if I run this, see, it shows nothing to me because this was a dog, the animal was a dog, and I tested it with a cat. So I'm saying that if the animal is a cat, then you should print that you have a cat. But if I want to check that, if this animal is not a cat, I am going to print, I do not know your animal. I have no idea about your cat, your pet or animal, your pet. I think pet is more suitable to be. See, I'm saying that if I only want to get cats, whatever it is, it should be a cat. And if it is not going to be a cat, I do not recognize that. So since my pet is dog, and this condition says that I only know cat, I do not know about anything else. So what it will do is it will compare it with cat, because it has only one animal or one pet, that is cat. It says that if it is not a cat, then I'm going to come if this condition is, if pet is not a cat, I'm going to print this. So this is dog and this is cat. The condition is true. It's quite I know it's quite complicated. So what do you think it is going to print us? I don't have any idea. Yes, it will print. Why? This condition has become true. Why? Because I'm saying that if the pet is not a cat, it's not equal to a cat. So since it's a dog, it's not equal to a cat. Therefore, it will print this statement for us. So we have covered these operators. We have equal operator, equality. It will check equality. Okay. It will check equality for us. And then we have greater than sign. Then we have less than sign. Then we have greater or equal sign, greater or equal sign, okay, operator. And then we have less than or equal operator, less or equal operator, and the third is not equal. With the right not, we start with exclamatory mark and then we put equal sign. So these are the operators that we have in Python. So these are comparison operators that we use in Python. Why do we have comparison? Because we want to test some condition, and if some condition is met, we want to perform some operation. I know it's quite complicated, but if you read the book along with these lectures, I hope you're going to get the gist of it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.